Crazy Cajun here. So I want to share kind of how I got my name, but not realizing a lot of people had that name. For one, I was raised as a Cajun. For two, a lot of people just call me crazy. Because sometimes I just say I got no sense, y'all. And I want to share one of my most favorite memories ever. All my life, while we was gator hunting, I would tell my daddy I wanted to wrestle a gator. I wanted to ride a gator. And one day, when I got older, he said, "Hey, you still want to ride a gator?" I said, "Man, yeah." Why? We had a gator on the line, but he was stuck in the grass. And when he's stuck in the grass, we would tie it to the boat and back our boat up to where the boat can pull him out. Right? So, my daddy said, "Okay, we're going to tie him to the boat. I'm going to get him out just enough time to stun him." And the reason why we stunned him, because when you shoot him and stuff, I didn't want all that nastiness coming all up in my mouth and skull parts and the blood and all of that, you know. I didn't want that in my mouth. So I'd rather take the chance on just stunning him and him coming back alive, because guess what? If he'd have come back alive, that'd have been a hell of a ride. And I probably would have enjoyed that too, whether I made it or not. But you know me. My brain think I can, and my body tell me I can't, y'all. And I'm still learning that to this day, and I still don't listen. But anyway, let me show you this. See him right there? 9.5 foot. Of course, I put my life jacket on, because I told my dad, I said, "Man, let me get my life jacket first, because if something happened, at least you could find one of my limbs. One of my limbs is going to come back up." And he laughed, and he said, "Man, go." So, y'all, see where the rope's at right here? Okay, see where we had him with the rope? The other end of the rope was on my daddy's boat. So I had to hold on. When I jumped in the water, I had to hold on to the rope. And my daddy would go, and I would hold on to the rope until I felt the gator's head. And all that murky water. But I held on until I felt his head. And when I felt his head, that's what I'm thinking. Uh-oh. Brandon, he's just done. Don't put your hand in his mouth. Be prepared for anything, okay? So when I felt his head, I got him under his jaws right here. And that's how I had to hold him up. And if you look in the picture, see all the water and stuff? So if we wouldn't have stunned him and we would have, you know, did the norm, I'd have had all that coming in my mouth right there. And I didn't want that. So that's how I took my chance. But anyway, see, I had to hold him under his jaws right here, y'all. I had to hold him up until my daddy could get going. And once my daddy was gone, me and the gator was on top of the water, like a hydro slide, y'all. Or kneeboard, or whatever y'all call it. But I didn't have a hydro slide at the time. It was hot, and I always wanted to do it. So I was able to do it. Oh, Galafa is upside down. 9.5 foot. And like I said, you can see right here where my hands are. I had to hold him by the jaw to keep his mouth up. And then I wrapped myself around him right here to keep his body up too, because all he wanted to do was sink until I can get going. And once I got on top of water, child, we was riding. And don't you know, another reason why I didn't want him 100%, you know, shot, is because alligators feed off other alligators. And don't you know, when we ride trucking, a monster. We passed a monster. I mean, a huge gator. At that point, I looked at my dad. I'm like, "You better hold your ass," like that. And he took off, because gators do feed off other gators. But of course, he didn't have much coming off of him to show, you know. But hey, here I am, a big piece of meat. But I didn't get eaten, so I'm good. One of my favorite memories, y'all.